Right, hello, and welcome up. We'll have a fantastic day wherever you are in the world. Today we're back to trying out a new game. This came out in early access called Songs of Conquest. It is a turn-based strategy adventure game where it fuses RPG elements with tactical combat and kingdom management. So it sounds like, just based off of that, it's right up my alley. So without further ado, we're just gonna jump into the campaign. What's that tutorial actually? That's a skirmish, okay. The first song, I think that's a good place to start, if any. Sure. In the year 593 AA, young Cecilia Stoutheart rose to Baroness after the untimely death of her father. When all shipments from Barkspur's rich mines go missing, a rumors of bandits have been brought to the new ruler. Cecilia leads a small force against investigate the missing resources and restore lawfulness to the barony. Okay. Combat's meant to reminds me a bit for what I've seen of like Heroes, Might and Magic, so that's something you've ever seen. Also done something similar in Disciples, Liberation, and I can't remember the other one. The Baroness of the Barony of Stoutheart was on her way to the quarries at Flint Mine. All shipments of the stone of the region had stopped, and she was determined to find out why. She suspected it was uprising of bandits and peasants had already sent troops to the region to restore order. So we're going over here. Okay, so right click, set destination. Okay. Okay, visit some gallows. +2 movement. The dead commander wore Stoutheart colors, a distinctive sign of Corvus reserves. Stolen ore was one thing, but an uprising against Stoutheart troops is more serious. We're out of movement. Okay. Just end turn. Get some money. You can see our movement pull up there. Oh, hello. It's a trap. Some wounded soldiers appeared from the forest and snapped to attention. This was Cecilia's Corvus reserves. They'd clearly seen combat recently. Hail, Baroness. Corvus reserves await your command. Lieutenant, we've seen some combat. What's the situation and the status of the mines? Our scouts detect hostiles about my lady. The gold mine to the south has already been seized by rebels. We also encountered unexpectedly well-armed forces at Flint Hills to the west. They took heavy casualties and were forced to retreat. How well armed? These aren't peasants with tools and knives. They have crossbows and swords, and bandless knights ride with them. There's no peasant uprising. Someone thinks me weak and seeks to take advantage of my father's death to steal more than a few shipments of ore. We must uphold the law and show them the error of their ways. Gather the troops, and we march for Flint Hill Mines. Okay. Who wants to join you? Some archers. It looks like a wounded party of archers and some swordsmen. Oh, can we mass move? Oh. Take back the gold mine. Yeah, I'll confirm that. Spend some of that money we've been collecting on the way here. Have at they. Stand down, these mines belong to the Barony of Stoutheart. It belongs to me. Will do no such thing? You would be wise to go back to your castle and prepare for the storm. There's one coming, I gather. The only storm gathering here is me. Prepare yourselves. Okay, on the appointment screen, you can rearrange your troops before entering battle. You can only place troops on tiles with your team's colors. tiles that are elevated high ground give offensive bonus and defensive bonus in both melee and ranged units. Ranged troops can target any enemy within their range and within their deadly range. It will affect. They'll affect like double damage. Okay. There's no line of sight. The only limit to how far weapons. Wait. There's no line of sight. The only limit is how far the weapons reach. Okay, but no, you can increase the weapon's range by moving to high ground. Top right corner, you'll see the enemy troops. If you have enough scouting, they'll be placed on the colored tiles on the right side of the battlefield. You engage an enemy, and then realize the opposing army is too powerful. You can withdraw with no penalty. Good to know. Quick battle option will resolve. Okay. There's an auto battle. After the battle, we'll be presented with a victory or defeat screen. Only victory screens for us. The troops lost in battle will be shown on each side in the two combatants. And if the two combatants are wielders, there's a slight chance of spoil the war. Wielders. That's a term we haven't gotten. In the form of artifacts. If you are defeated, you'll have lost all your troops, which means that your wielder is dead. Dead wielder can be revived at a cost. Okay. So they got some people here. Shouldn't I like do that? So these kind of behind? Do a manual battle. Oh, there would have been high ground over there. Oh, that's unfortunate. And the battle goal is to kill enemy units. The wielder, or the enemy wielder, is not present on the battlefield but acts as spellcaster from behind the lines. Yeah. The order of which the battle which follows. The order of battle follows a battle queue, which is based on the troops' initiative. You can control a troop on their turn. Okay. So you got like battle basics over here, spell bars. Okay. Obstacles such as stakes and barrels can be cleared by damaging them high ground. Gives bonuses. Most troops. Okay, so there's an attack opportunity. Ow. Wielders gain some essence and more spells are now available to cast. The wielder has enough essence, you can cast multiple spells. Okay, what's our current one? Okay. Those troopers entered the zone of enemy zone. Yeah, enemy troops zone control. If you move out, attack opportunity. Okay. Nice. The graphics seem simple, but they're not. Like they're purposeful, like well made in the simplicity, I guess. We lost 3 infantrymen. Okay, level up Wielder. Leveling up your Wielder is all about skills and powers. You can choose to either upgrade a skill your Wielder already knows, or learn a new skill. And increase the Wielder's abilities to command their troops by unlocking more slots in their army. Oh, I should have clicked next, okay. That one seems handy for the long run. Increases my Wielder's XP game. Yeah. Take back the mine optional, so we completed that. She was no ordinary commander, she was a wielder who could draw upon the essence of her troops to weave mighty spells. Okay. We will take those crossbowmen. Wielder's gained a new artifact. You can review your inventory and equipment in the Wielder's sheet. Okay. Just guessing. Where's the Wielder's sheet? Let's see. Skills, inventory, and all that stuff. Okay, so we've got +4 defenses. A bunch of gold. Hundreds of years ago, the Empire Aurelia spanned the whole world. Statues of the Empress can still be found across the Arleon? I don't know. And many folk speak dreamily of the golden years of Aurelia. Oh, we're much better set off, that's for sure. Or set up now. Erected barricades and a small force of armed peasants block the road west. You best be gone, young stoutheart. Flint Hills are free lands now. Free? Free to be attacked by bandits and pillaged by other baronies? Who will protect the people? You? Why not? As you can see, we are quite well armed. I can see that, but I caution you and think carefully before your next actions. Put down your weapons and answer my questions, and I'll be merciful. Or stand unlawfully against me, and my sword will deliver justice. Now, who armed you? One of good intentions. I've seen Stoutheart mercy when the old Lord Hammond was decapitated by your father. I turned back. It brings me no pleasure to turn my sword upon my subjects, but unlawful acts will not be tolerated. Stoutheart will stand. Okay, so there's some elevation here. Both my archers up here. They have quite a few guides this time. Actually, no, it's still the same. Okay, so we got a couple of losses, both archers and swordsmen, didn't we? Okay, 1 and 2, that's fine. Love gold! Hi, I see you. Bannerless Knights. Your troops approach Flint Hills. A well-armed force of soldiers wearing barony's colours came out to meet them. Knights, archers, you're no ordinary bandit force. I've always wanted to kill a wielder. You won't be the first upstart knight I've defeated. Okay. You have relatively shorter range, so move you a little bit forward. They have longbows. Oof. Got half my militia right there. 10 defense, movement. Yeah, you're gonna have to stay still, mate. Ooh, poor guy. Bit of path. Get him. Get out of here. So we lost a little militia group. That's unfortunate. Level 3. Range resistance would be good. Melee resistance also good. Get that one. A crowd of peasants led by a village elder came out to greet Cecilia as her force entered Flint Hills. I defeated the rebels and restored Flint Hills to the protection of Stoutheart, as is my duty. Now, who among you will tell me what happened? Those knights and their soldiers appeared recently and armed all local troublemakers. They seized our quarries and mines and started sending the shipments south towards Barkspur, where their patron awaits. And you stood against them? And you sent word to the local warden or to Springhold? No, my lady, we feared for our lives. We sent a messenger to Hope's Glade to warn them and ask them for help, but the messenger never returned. Remember this moment the next time you are made an offer of independence. I will always protect the barony from threats within and without. Join my forces and together we will restore order to this territory. You'll heed the call to arms of Stoutheart. It's been for your father before you. There are able-bodied recruits in the peasants' hut. That's basically all my money. Now we're gonna get passive income of stone, okay. Wait here another day, get some more money, and we can fill up that 50. There we go, boom. So we're gonna head down south. Can't visit that, sadly. Fort Cat. A small band of Cecilia scouts stood waiting along the roadside. They set out. Corporal Greenwood came from your warden. Yeah, Bailey of Thorncliffe. As per your command, your troops are concealed at the forest edge. Corporal, this is not the forest edge. These troops are camped within the Tinderweald. You may have disturbed the Fae. Fae, my lady? Surely the Fae are only a myth. Superstitions of the country folk. Country folk. Did my ancestors sign of covenant with mythological creatures? The law of the leaves still stands, and we must make sacrifice or break the peace. Consider what we must forfeit to the forest. being to atone for your errors. Await your judgment. My life is yours. Death would serve no one. If I remember my history, there is an offering tree southwest of here. Join up, Corporal. All I need all my troop, even the ones who make the mistake. Your loyal servant, Lady Stoutheart, okay? Place offering at the tree. I'm guessing. Can't afford more use, that's. Let's try and shrooms. Oh, the tree's being guarded by face spirits, of course it is. The way to bypass them without fighting them? Nope. Face spirits, flying creatures of the Tinder Wield, with back-like wings, along with claws and sharp teeth, swoop and buzz before the offering tree. They wore strange masks and screeched at Cecilia and her troop. Humans be gone. We wish to leave offering for our trespass on the forest, as it states in the ancient covenant between us. Stand aside, little spirits. I would do my duty. No humans. No ever. Spirits, do you trifle with me? I am stout-hearted by agreement. I seek to make amends. If you continue to impede my passage to the offering tree, I'll draw arms and put you out of your misery. Okay, find some glorified bugs. That'd be a lot of bugs. Ow. Unnecessary. Warm booties. The offering tree was the most unusual tree Cecilia had ever seen. Her friend, Wielder of Thorncliffe, had described him once, but not done them justice. The branches were smooth and glossy, and it seemed to be lit from within. The leaves tinkled like tiny bells in the breeze. Most uncommon, the tree gave off an aroma of warm spiced cider, like her mother would give her when she was small. Bay of the forest, trespass upon your woods, we offer compensation. For the faith spirits slain, I ask forgiveness. They will not be reasoned with. Let our peace be everlasting. Okay. We gave him some shmoney. Round shield.